former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And I think that even after a decade in the NFL, he doesn't get enough credit for not just his consistency, but his brilliant play and leadership as well. He's won a Super Bowl in Seattle. He's led his team to another Super Bowl opportunity also in Seattle. His numbers are always terrific, almost always in the Pro Bowl, and all his team does is win. This guy's a natural leader.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Now, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert. Don't jump early and give them free yardage.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Straight ahead, Gibson. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're going to get this down near the 45-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Boyd. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Lions are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off play action. Douglas. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
Off the play fake. Douglas. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Gets around him. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive.
Remember last time out they threw the interception on their 1st drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense. How do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
On 1st and 10, Douglas.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw. Douglas.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. On the draw, it's White. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Off play action. Douglas.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Operating from the gun. Douglas.
Got a man. It's Waddle, complete.
And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
A nice Nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Back to throw again. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash.
The kick by Carlson is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They complete it to Hill.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Another completion there, and we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it, not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. If you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Douglas. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A nice throw right there. And these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play it at that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll look to throw again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Montez Sweat drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Possession of the football goes over to Carolina.
They are still in search of their first points of the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a 1st down. Wilson. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Wilson. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
That's George Karlaftis who fought his way through the line to bury him.
Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
It's certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
George Karlaftis
in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. He'll take it at the 42. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody will press it a little bit. This might be the case.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL started. Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in his first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. To throw on third down, Douglas. That's caught left side to the tight end Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Carolina offense about ready to go. They'll be in search of their initial points of the contest, trailing 9-0 as they begin with a first down. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They go play action now. Wilson steps away. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
On first down, Douglas. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Douglas. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Now to try the field goal, and here's Daniel Carlson. This one from 35 yards away. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception setting up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Pettis now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it, and they'll take it out to the 25.
The Panthers now set to take over offensively. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now Wilson on first down. He completes it to Boyd.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Don't forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They have more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that'll get the deficit back to 16.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Douglas. And that is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Douglas.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
And And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Now Wilson.
Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson.
And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started over at the Superdome. Indianapolis on the road taking on New Orleans. And it's the Saints who are out in front as that inches closer to halftime. It's Jalen Hurts with a couple of touchdown passes. Next, we'll take the trip north to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And you can see there, it's the visiting LA Rams who have the lead in that one. The Rams looking to get their season off on the right foot. They've got the lead on the road. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. Alvin Kamara over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Operating from the gun, Douglas.
This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it, and were able to keep the drive moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with White, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Douglas. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present, making plays, and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Pettis now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. Throwing now, Wilson on first down.
He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. From the 36, Wilson. Robinson's got it. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Jay Tufele
gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing is Wilson. They'll find Everett there, complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Wilson. And he'll just get rid of it.
There's another stop. Another of these best defenses. They're certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Detroit's offense ready to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Douglas. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. Here's Wilson.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Douglas over the middle to Smith. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a 1st down.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
First down, here's White. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
They'll go up the middle with White. And some space here. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
63 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And there was so much that was impressive about this play, but it wasn't just what he did downfield. How about what he did behind the line of scrimmage? This wasn't a play where he just had a direct path to get him downfield and make the big play. He had to adjust on the fly behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kyle Rudolph. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Lions are an extra point away from going up by 30. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, middle of the field, it's Robinson.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Being chased out left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
George Karlaftis. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Opting to run again here with White. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. On a handoff, it's White. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. On 3rd down, Douglas. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On the handoff, this is White. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the give, it's White. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. This is Hines, and he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle 3rd of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, but that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And the Panthers coming out now. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
It's a gain of 35. 1st down, Panthers.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Well, the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And the Lions will take over. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
99 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
To throw on second down, Douglas. And it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
A nice throw there. We've seen a lot of those from this young man. How would you assess, Charles, his first start thus far?
I think it's been everything that they could have asked for because he's handled all the basic things quite well. And even some of the wrinkles that have been thrown at him, he's shown a lot of poise throughout and made some nice plays.
Now a give to White to about the 40-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. On 3rd and 2, Douglas. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
And this returnable for Hill.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. On first down, Wilson. On target over the middle to Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now Wilson on first down. Open man is Hill. He's got it.
And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning.
They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Wilson.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Again, Wilson. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now down to 20. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
So out now come the Lions.
And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35.
123 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. They stay on the ground with White. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
A CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Detroit, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And next week they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.